Hi guys, so what we're going to do today is you should have finished personal information, you should have finished academic history, and we're doing supporting information. So you're going to click on supporting information. You're going to go to educational programs and work experience. So the first tab is going to be the EOP program. And so you want to say, yes, you will be applying to the EOP program. You will click the yes button. Okay, so what the EOP program is a program for students that are low income or first generation. And so what they are able to provide you usually is with tutoring services, mentoring services, sometimes some financial assistance. It's just a really good program to be a part of. So you're gonna go ahead and click yes. Previously attended a CSU, you're gonna say no. You're going to put where do you plan to live while attending college. So you're going to select whichever one is going to apply to you. How many brothers and sisters do you have attending a K through 12 school? So whether they're in elementary, middle school, or high school, you're going to put the number there. How many brothers and sisters are currently attending college? So you're going to put down the number of brothers and sisters that you may have attending either community college, or some type of technical program. How many brothers and sisters received a bachelor's degree? So you'll go ahead and put whatever the number is. If it's 0, it'll be 0. And then what languages are spoken in your home. And so if you speak Spanish and English, you would put Spanish and English. Okay. And then during the past 10 years, have you or your family received any income from a public assistance program such as CalWORKS, CalFresh, or welfare? If you say yes, you're going to put how many years, and then you're going to put the type of aid that you've received. If you said no, then that you'll just say no and that won't pop up. Have you or your family ever participated in a publicly funded program such as subsidized housing, a school lunch program? We have all participated in a school lunch program at Sun Valley High School and at FOSA. So you're going to click yes. You're going to put school lunch program. If it was anything else other than school lunch program, you can also put that in there. Do you or any other children in your family work primarily to contribute to household expenses? So if you work, this is where you're going to say yes. And then this is where you will describe where you work and what it is that you do. And if it is you. If it's not you, but it's maybe your older brothers and sisters that help out, then you're going to put that there. If the answer is no, you're going to go ahead and click no. And then you're just going to go ahead and make sure that you click save and continue. So now we're going to go to the next section. So now we're on number 2, the EOP application. So have you completed the questions on the Educational Opportunity Program? And are you ready to continue with your EOP application? You're going to say yes. And then you're going to go ahead and put in your parent's name. And so you're going to select a parent 1 and then what their occupation was. And then let's see, actually, we're going to put sales clerk. So whatever your parent occupation is, and then how many years did they work there? And then do you have any information to report on a second parent? You can either say yes, and you would put the second parent's information, or you would say no. If your parent doesn't work, you can put homemaker. Okay. So now it's your financial status. So we've already gotten estimates from your parents of your adjusted gross income. So for 2021, you're going to put in, this is what I'm putting in, but this is not what you're going to put in. You're going to put in your parents' estimated income for 2021. And then you're going to put your parents' income for 2020. So if it's the same, they haven't changed jobs and nothing has changed, it should be the same. If it's different, then because you may have made more or less, that's what you're going to put in there. And then parent 1 or 2, if your second parent doesn't work, you're just going to go ahead and put 0. The number of people that live in your household or that are dependent of your parents. So you're going to put however many live with you, or if your grandmother lives with you and a brother and you and mom and dad, so that would be 5. So however many parents you have. And then, are you independent of parental support? So if you live with parents and they provide for you, you're going to select no. If you are independent of parent support, you're going to click yes, and then you're going to answer the question. So how many years have you lived apart from your parent? What is your total family actual income? What is your total family income for 2021? You'd put in your number. Okay. And you click no, save and continue. And then you continue to next section. And now we have the EOP application. So a lot of you have been working on this with Miss Linares. So what you're going to do is, have you completed the questions on the Educational Opportunity Program? So if there were sections of here that you need to go back and you need to do that, then you'll go ahead and say, no, I will return later to complete these EOP questions. If you're done and you know what information you have, you're going to click yes. And this is where you have been working with Ms. Linares on these different questions. And this is where you would put your answers in there. So remember, you do have a limit of how many words you can have. And then once you submit that, so I'm just gonna type something so that I can move forward. So you would enter all of your information there, and then you're gonna click save and continue, and you're gonna go to the next section. And so remember that you need to provide your people that you're going to have recommend you. So you can either come back and I will return later to complete my EOP recommendations if you're not quite sure yet, or you're going to create your EOP recommendation request. So you're going to put in recommenders information. So this is who you want them to recommend you. So if you're going to put in Mr. Mesa, you're going to put you're going to put in Ernesto. And then you're going to put in Mesa. And then you're going to put in his email address. So if you don't know his email address, this is right now where you need to make sure that you contact the two people that you're going to have recommend you. And then you're going to ask them for their email address, their first name, and their last name. You're going to give them an EOP deadline. So for those of you that are asking Mr. Mesa, that is his email. So you're going to give him an EOP deadline. So the deadline for EOP is usually in January, but you want to give Mr. Mesa until the end of the semester. So what we're going to do is we're going to enter 12, and I can't enter. You know what? They may have taken that off. So let's see. And then you're going to write a personal message. So you're going to write something like, Mr. Mesa, if you can please assist me in my EOP application and be one of my recommendation letters. That would be great. You don't have to write this, but use something like that. And then you want to make sure that you thank them. Thank you so much for your support. You're going to put your name. Michelle. Okay. And then you're going to say, I waive my right of access to this recommendation. Yes. Permission to contact recommender. You're giving permission. Permission for schools to contact recommender. You're going to give permission. Yes. And then you're going to save this recommendation request. And then now you're going to create a new one. Okay. So again, once you're done with that, then those are the two people. So if you don't have that yet, you can stop. You would just say, no, I will return to later complete these questions. So if you're still working on some of these questions, if you're still working on some of these questions on a Google Doc or something like that, you can go ahead and do that. You can click no, I will return later, and then you can just come back to this section. Okay. So that's going to be for the biographical questions. For program materials, so for some of these, so because I applied to CSUN and I put in exploratory major, I don't need anything for program materials. So if you have a full green circle, that means that you are complete with each of these sections. If for whatever school you've applied to, you have a green section, that means that you are done with that. and you don't need to do anything. If yours is not fully green, that means that you may need some type of material for the specific program major that you apply to for that particular school. So you need to take a look at that per school to see if there's anything that you need. Okay. If there are any questions, please make sure you guys let us know. And go ahead, good luck, and make sure that you have somebody review it before you submit. Thanks, guys.